stained glass colored windows of my mind, bits and pieces, color light filter through in the darkness of my room, and it's getting cold and I feel so old. Scattered pictures on the ground, childhood memories all around. And if I close my eyes and let the silence hover over me a while, I'll be okay. 'Cause I don't wanna waste my life away. It's gotta get better than this. Don't let this be it. Sometimes pain can make you stronger. Sometimes it can tear you down. Hopefully I know the difference. In case I need to bail, is it that I'm scared? Am I unprepared? I'll work until I hit the wall, but I don't wanna jump and fall. If I could see how this will be, take me to that time and place. 'Cause I don't wanna have to wait, and I don't wanna waste my life away, my life away. It's gotta get better. Don't let this be. Sun goes down, the day is over. Here I am, I'm 1 year older. If I can't go back, can I start right now? 'Cause I don't wanna waste my life away, my life away. It's gotta get better than this. Don't let this be. That I cry. Don't let this be it.
Pretty sultry. Is that what it is? It's like soul-y. You're sweating, I know. Welcome to my world. Oh, how are you all doing? You know, the thing about endings, even when we realize some things aren't working and we're kind of ready for them to end in some ways, we realize how much of our identity is caught up in some of the ways things have been, even the things that don't work in our own lives and certainly collectively, right? So as much as it's like, yeah, bar bolts basket, let's rip it apart. It's like, well, not me though. It's a little unnerving. It's a little scary. And I've certainly can't compete with you. I can't compete with you. Become aware of that. You okay? Okay. So again, let me start from the beginning. This Artist Way series that we're doing, if you are doing it seriously, by that I mean reading and doing the morning pages, those of you who are meeting with us on Wednesday morning, it's deep. It's really, it kind of rattles you to recognize the ways in which I've disconnected from what the author really calls our true self, our true nature. You know, our creative, exploratory, curious, open side. And she talks about this process that she offers being in the spirit of reparation, not to others, but to ourselves, to finding our full self again. And the premise, as I've said already, is that we are all creative, that creativity is ultimately a spiritual endeavor. It's not just a hokey craft night. You know, it's the way in which we can open up to the possibilities that we are here to express. And individually, we all have our own unique way of hearing that and expressing that and being that. And as we recover our own creativity, we recover our innate connection with the great Creator. When will you get a new microphone? It's a good question. I forget about it every week till I put it back on. I could blame you. I won't. Too many inside jokes. Let's get serious here. So along the way of this recovery program, we begin to discover what has blocked us, right? Including our own limiting beliefs and corresponding self-destructive behaviors. And what I most want to convey today in this topic of reclaiming possibility is the idea that there are infinite possibilities. If we believe in a source, an infinite source, there are infinite possibilities, yes? And it is up to us to connect with and receive and then embody those possibilities as we are each individually called to do so. And who remembers what the greatest threat to this recovery process is? To believing in possibilities, to believing in our innate creativity, self-doubt, skepticism, us, yes, there you go, us, skepticism, right? Apathy. So if the possibilities are endless, but our capacity to perceive them through our limited beliefs and the larger collective identity of limiting beliefs, it's up to us to begin to remove, to find where those limiting beliefs are blocking the flow. And in the process, this is why it becomes so aggravating. We will find the places within us where we have doubted our own self-worth. And we have been defined by the definition of the world, what the world needs us to be, whether that's our parents, our partners, our teachers, our culture, our religion. I heard somewhere, I shouldn't say this because it'll get me off track, but that's what I love to do. I wish I could remember the source, but this woman was saying, our inner child really is our higher self. And what came to me right away was Jesus always saying, don't keep the children from me. Let them come to me. For it is to the children that the kingdom of heaven belongs. Kingdom of heaven, as we teach it metaphysically, is a state of consciousness in which we recognize that we are one with that divine force and source. There aren't any blocks there. The kids are open, they're curious, they're inclusive. They still believe it. And there is that within us that still believes it, still knows it. And so in a way, that is what this process is really all about, is recovering that connection to our true self. So one of the ways in which we need to look at our limited thinking is our ability to recover a sense that the Creator is generous. There is enough. Again, there's infinite possibilities. There's infinite amounts of energy and love and possibilities and ideas, right? So can we even conceive of that kind of generosity? And then can we conceive that we are entitled to it? We are worthy of it. And receive that. Julia said in that opening quote that we've given very little thought to how powerful the great Creator really is. And I think we are learning that, and in part, we have to unlearn some of our original teachings around this powerful, all-powerful being over us, like an authoritative parent, right? Like, ooh. Anybody still grappling with that? Thank you for your honesty, yeah. So it's kind of hard to align yourself to receive that when it's going to possibly involve. That's the difference. This is a generous force. It's not a punishing force. It's not a power over, but it's seeking to have power through us. It's the source of all our power. The source of our capacity to love and to know. And so we have to be honest about the ways in which we have denied it and blocked it and doubted it, and ultimately doubted that we could receive it, that we could experience it through us. I looked up some synonyms for powerful because power, I'm getting sick of power because it's just getting wielded over too many people, consolidated in frightening ways. So influential, mighty, strong, effective, convincing, enduring, capable. That's the source of your being. So when you breathe into that, when you get that, don't you feel like there's nothing I can't do? And then how quickly does that critic say, I got some things, I know what you can't do. Get your paper out. So that's where we just say, thank you very much, right? We don't give a lot of energy. We know, that's that thing that happens. The part of me that's trying to protect me. And it's actually, in a roundabout way, destroying me, my connection with myself and my source. So thank you, but no thank you. Julia Cameron says, if God as our source God is our source, meaning that we are sourced by the vast intelligence of the universe. Then we are in a spiritual position of having unlimited resources. So discovering and working to remove the blocks to that flow so that we can receive those unlimited resources requires that we push through our scarcity thinking, that there's not enough, and that, or we can't ever have enough, or I've got to take it all from you. Scarcity thinking. There is enough, period, end of story. I'm entitled to my share of it. And number 2, pushing through our own feelings of unworthiness or insufficiency. That we don't have to earn it, that our past mistakes don't cancel out our inheritance. We are worthy by the fact that we exist. We are worthy by the fact that we exist. You need to hear it one more time? I thought so. We are worthy by the fact that we exist. And number 3, pushing through what Julia calls the virtue trap, which is what we'll spend a little time unpacking today. You're welcome. There's no shame today. Did shame 2 weeks ago, so those of you who missed that, you're like, darn it, okay. So basically taking up space in the realm of possibilities. That's what we're talking about. To reclaim the fullness of possibility available to us, we have to own our sense of power and possibility. So the virtue trap is basically placing a higher value, of making it more virtuous for what we do and give and are to others than what we do and are and give to ourselves. Anybody have that going on? Oh, raise your hands. Okay, thank you. Yeah. Listen, especially if you're in any kind of caretaking, whether you're parenting or supporting your parents or in the caretaking industry. Is that an industry? Yeah. There has been this idea that it's better to give. Now, I'm not saying it's not good to give, but I'm also, the invitation is to stop saying it's better, to making it more virtuous. This is what she says. Many of us have made a virtue out of deprivation. Ooh. We have embraced a long-suffering creative anorexia as a martyr's cross. Yeah, Julia, lighten up. We have used it to feed a false sense of spirituality grounded in being good. Meaning. Amen. All right, let's say it again. Amen. We have used it to feed a false sense of spirituality grounded in being good. Amen. And meaning superior. She goes on. Meaning superior. Cameron calls this seductive faux spirituality the virtue trap. By which she means spirituality has often been misused as a route to an unloving solitude, a stance where we proclaim ourselves above our human nature. We don't need anything. We can just keep giving, giving, giving. That's virtuous. And then we wake up one day, what? Mad as a hornet. And everyone's like, oh my God, we thought you loved us so much. You've been giving your whole self to us. Yeah. I don't know anything about this, but the spiritual superiority is really only another form of denial. Many recovering creatives sabotage themselves most frequently by making nice, taking care of others, never getting riled. Now, I do not suffer from that. there's a few people in here that know me fairly well. I do get a little riled. I am an only child, and it does show. So for the creative, virtue can be deadly. We strive to be good, to be nice, to be helpful, to be unselfish. We want to be generous, of service to the world. But on some level, we also want to be left alone. Oh, look at the breath. Yeah. So what I see, how I see that working out is that our worth gets all tied up in what we do to others, for others, and that we're needed by others. And so if that's not there, where is our worth? What are we good for? And what did I just say? We are worthy because we are here. Now, this doesn't mean we just stop. Well, okay, kids, sorry, I know you're 4, make your own lunch. No. Right? There are roles that we play and support that we are here to give each other. But when we take it to mean our own worth, our own value is tied to all that we do and give to others, and we sort of abandon ourselves, that is not where that's not the healthy extension or expansion of this understanding. So Julia goes on to say that for the creative, virtue can be deadly. When we can't get others to leave us alone, we eventually abandon ourselves. Afraid to appear selfish, we lose ourself. We become self-destructive. And we are often unaware of this pattern. Why? Because it's virtuous. People say, oh my God, you are so amazingly giving and loving, and oh my God. And meanwhile, it's a real conflictual inner story, inner experience. Many people caught in the virtue trap do not appear to be self-destructive. Bent on being good spouses, fathers, mothers, doctors, teachers, whatevers, they have constructed a false self that looks good to the world and meets with a lot of worldly approval. This false self is always patient, always willing to defer its needs to meet the needs of others. Virtuous to a fault, the trapped creatives have destroyed the true self. The self that didn't meet with much approval as a child. The self who heard repeatedly, don't be so selfish. Did you hear that growing up? Yeah, don't be so selfish. Again, there's a lesson there. You learn to share, you learn to cooperate, but your needs are not inherently selfish. Expecting them to be met is not selfish. Expecting who you are in the world to be received and acknowledged and honored is not selfish. So that's why this gets so, as Celestina would say, crunchy. Because you have to kind of get into some of those places where you did kind of give up on yourself because you were too much or too selfish or too, whatever. Tending to ourselves, most especially our connection with the divine, which really requires us to withdraw a bit from others, from our roles, from the expectations, from the busyness of the world, is what is healthy and necessary, and it's not selfish. So you see the conditions around this virtue trap are, well, let's go ahead and say crunchy. No, it's a trap, right? Because it feels like it's rewarded, it's good, it's seen as the right thing to do, it's even seen as spiritual. And yet it's depleting not only to your energy and in your life, but to that connection because you don't take time to prioritize that. Julia says, for the creative, which again is all of us need that time away to connect, to listen, to say, I'm confused about this. I need guidance about this. And to listen and listen. I was reminded of, from Bob Tipton's talk last Sunday, of what he called incubation time, which I was so excited about, right? Where you don't have to do anything. You've sort of planted a seed and you get quiet, you get still, you listen. It's really hard not to want, I know what to do. I don't need to listen. I already know what to do. And maybe you do, but there's infinite possibilities. If one isn't working and you keep shoving the square peg in the round hole, maybe take a minute. That time alone is also healing. It's really, there's a lot changing and happening. That's always been true. It's expedited right now, and there's a lot that we sort of need to integrate. And we need a little quiet. We need a little solitude. So the question becomes, are you ready? Are you self-destructive? Are you destructive of yourself? And what that really asks of us is, are you destructive of your true nature? Do you even know what that is sometimes? Again, another invitation to get quiet, to be open and creative and curious. A lot of the book is like, if you didn't have to worry about money or time, what would you do? What were the things you loved to do as a kid? If you could do 5 careers that, regardless of your ability, what would they do? Getting out of this, I can't do anything unless I know it and I'm perfect at it. To connect with when we were freer, curious, open, available. So I have a slide. I'm going to ask you to think about this a little bit. Julia says, one of the favored tricks of blocked creatives is saying no to ourselves. It is astonishing the number of small ways we discover to be mean and miserly with ourselves. Caught in the virtue trap, we refuse to ask of ourselves, what are my needs? And what would I do if it weren't so selfish? If it wasn't considered selfish. So let yourself take a minute for that. I have been in times where someone says, what do you need? And I have no idea. If I don't know, who in the world does? And then they start trying things and it's annoying. So I need to figure out what it is and be clear, right? Anyone else like their partner to be a mind reader? What do you mean you don't know? Yes. So just take a minute. And it might be as simple as, I need a nap, or I need to eat better, or I need to spend more time with my friends. Whatever it is, there's no right or wrong. What is it when you consider, what do I need? And let that fall into, what would I do? What would I like to do if I didn't have this story about it being selfish? And as you move forward with combating that idea of alone time or things that you do for and with yourself being selfish, remember that major task that we're working on is learning to accept the Creator's generosity. No one is withholding that but us usually. We're the judges of how selfish we are or aren't. And we do that to each other because we've all been brought up in that mentality. The second way that we limit this experience of possibilities is, as I've already mentioned, we limit the great creator. We limit the divine itself. Is it real? Can we trust it? Do we deserve it? There's that skepticism again, right? So here's the other question we were charged with, to take a few minutes to consider your relationship with the Creator, with the great Creator, the divine, however you notice that, however you connect with that. What is your apprehension? What is your evidence that it's not supportive? When I did that, I came up with, she asked you to do 5 things, and in the book she says, go ahead, come up with 5, God can take it. That was funny, okay. Well, I wouldn't have gotten the parents I got. I said that, right on my list, number 1. Number 2, I should have brought it. I wouldn't had to sort of struggle with money so much. Number 3, there wouldn't be so much agony in the world. I don't remember 4 and 5, but they were all things, first of all, if they were personal like that, like, the truth is I am who I am because of my parents. And because of my life of working through and forgiving and understanding them, I've grown immensely. And I've had people in my life that have filled the gaps and mentored me and loved me. So yeah, it might have been easier, but the truth is, it really has worked out. I have been supported. And when we look at all the agony in the world, we are part of that. There's that saying that God can do no more for us than God can do through us. And so if we are aligned with that possibility, and this is, I think, when I'm hoping for this Barbo's basket, right? We are realizing that. We are realizing that we are connected to all of life and to each other. And until we start acting like that, there will be chaos and agony and pain and destruction. But we have more power than we know. We just think about how you use it in destructive ways against yourself. Self-destructive. The destruction we see on the grand level is just that, collectively, isn't it? So, the invitation is to recognize what is limiting your relationship of feeling supported by this great source. And to remove that block, to see what else, how do I want to say that? As I try to demonstrate through my examples, right? It's not just this force that we have no interaction with. We do. If this sounds airy-fairy to you, ask yourself bluntly then, what next steps are you evading? What dream are you discounting as impossible? And most importantly, what payoff are you getting by remaining stuck at this point in your expansion? Remembering that we are always expanding. My payoff is I get to stay. comfortable. At some point, it's not comfortable because there's this nagging, move out of your comfort zone. The other experiment that I hope to invite you into is every night before you go to sleep to consider areas in your life where you could use some support, some guidance. And then in the morning, writing on those and being open and available to what comes through, to the help, to the guidance. Because sometimes we want it to look a certain way. No, I'm not going to say that to them. They need to say that first. What comes through, can you trust it? Can you believe in it? So you've got some homework. So let's just take a few minutes in meditation to see how this all lands with you, this idea of opening up to infinite possibilities and to noticing if we've been caught in a virtue trap, giving ourselves away. So take a few breaths. I'll ring the singing bell that drops us from our head to our heart. Taking a breath again, feeling your feet on the ground, the chair behind your back. You can close your eyes or lower your gaze. Just having a moment or two to reflect inward to how this message has moved through you this morning. And to first of all consider that we're ultimately making a shift to a spiritual dependency, to connect interiorly with our inner knowing, which is the place and the space where we hear this voice, this knowing. That we can feel inherently we are connected with something larger. We receive inspiration and guidance that we know is not of our own limited mind. So we open up to that, believing we can receive it. That right here, right now, each and every one of us and everyone around the globe is a living expression of this divine source with access to infinite possibilities. Can we believe that? Because only then we can receive. So we open our hearts and minds to be a place and a space to receive, to know that we are worthy of that, we are capable of that. And there is a force active in our life and in the world that wants nothing more than to give to us, through us. What do you have to let go of to receive that? Let it go, put it down. And feel the flow move more fully, more freely through you. I am, you are an expression of the great creator right here, right now. What is wanting to be created through you? Expressed through you. And can you have the courage to step toward that, trusting the net will appear, the next step will appear, the right person will appear. And if you can't, the prayer has always been, I believe, but heal my unbelief. I believe to a point, and then I begin to doubt. So heal that disconnection. And let it do its work. Taking time in the silence. And together, I just affirm this for us all together, that the great Creator's will is that each and every one of us be creative. Create our life. Express our unique gifts. And exploring them and fine-tuning them and owning them is not selfish. It's necessary. So for this reminder, for this opportunity to reconnect and to own our power of possibility, take a moment to offer your own gratitude. For all that you are and all that you are becoming, all that you are waking up to. And we know that what we appreciate, it expands, it grows. That's why we offer that gratitude. So we take a breath, return to this time and space. Wake up.
Don't tell me you came here just to get done. Don't tell me you chucked it up till you win some, you lose some. It's not a loss if you learn a lesson, so ease into the thought of a new progression. There's nothing you can do that you cannot use. Just break through. It's not bad as it seems when you realize thoughts become things. And the nature of the game is to reclaim the name you gave your soul, and then you know you have all you need. You gotta give it up to receive. Oh, you have got to wake up to learn how to steer your dreams. I dive into a new day every chance I get, and if I don't like what I see, I'll press reset. It always comes back around again. I'll get the chance to do it all again, but this time I'll keep in mind I haven't chosen to redefine it. It's not bad as it seems when you realize thoughts become things. And the nature of the game is to proclaim the name you gave your soul, and then you know you have all you need. You gotta give it up to receive. You have got to wake up to learn how to steer your dreams. Life seems overrated, just a bunch of old hand-me-downs. but I've learned life is what you make it. You can't blame nobody else. So if you start to feel jaded, take a breath, take a minute to just remember. It's not bad as it seems when you realize some things. The nature of the game is to proclaim the name you gave your soul, and then you know you have all you need. You gotta give it up to receive. Oh, you have got to wake up to learn how to steer your dreams. Oh, to learn how to steer your dreams.
That reminds me of the book, You Can't Sleep Through Your Spiritual Awakening. Darn it. Liz is on vacation again, so I got to finish the service for you today. I want to let you know about a few things, all of which should be in your bulletin. The Raging Light group is meeting tomorrow night at whatever time that says. It's in your bulletin, 6:30? 6, thank you. You can read about that if you'd like to participate. That happens on the third Monday of the month. Want to let you know if you're in the Quantum Faith group, just a reminder that they're not meeting this Tuesday. They'll resume normal meeting time in August. And also wanting to let you know that the monk visit is not happening at the end of this month. We hope to make it happen later in the fall, where we can secure hosts and all of that a little more easily. So if you're interested in that, I think it'll be September. So we do hope to have that great opportunity still happen. Lastly, newcomer meet and greet. If you're new to us, the last Sunday of every month, we try to do a meet and greet where we just have members of the staff and the council available to get to know you a little better, answer any questions you have. So that'll be next Sunday after the service at 11:30. We invite you to come for the meet and greet in July. And last but certainly not least, just a reminder that all that we do here at Unity is made possible by your donations in service of our mission, which is stated there. So all that we do, including our music, our coffee, our programming, is made possible solely on donations. So thank you for your generosity in supporting us. There's a QR code in your bulletin. You can give electronically. And there's also baskets in the back for cash or check. However you are giving, we know that what is given in love goes forward to do that work, multiplies, harmonizes, and does the work of love in the world. And now I will ask you to stand up. I know that's going to be what you've been waiting for. You can stand up at any time you need to move. We'll close with the prayer for protection together. The light of love surrounds us. I am the light of love. The power of love protects us. I am the power of love. The presence of love watches over us. I am the presence of love. Wherever we are, love is. And all is, so it is. And all is well. Summer, what are we singing? Take it away. Reprise? Okay, we've got a reprise.
Sometimes life seems overrated, just a bunch of old hand-me-downs. But I've learned life is what you make it. You can't blame nobody else. So if you start to feeling jaded, take a breath, take a minute to just